This isn't a scene of a long traffic jam or a large parking lot. It's outside a high school in Xintsai County, Henan Province. Thousands of citizens are protesting the local government. The scene is surrounded by riot police. Another big incident in Hunan. A student in Hunan suddenly died, and the school tried to move the body. Hunan people are rebelling. These headlines have exploded across social media platforms in recent days. The incident began on January 8th when a 13-year-old student, Zhu, mysteriously died in his dormitory at Jinshu Jinghua Yuan High School. Before the parents could arrive, the school tried to take the boy's body away, but relatives blocked the school gate with a truck. The parents accused the school of obstructing their right to see their child's body. Later, the family revealed that the boy had been found with blood on his lips and a puncture wound in his chest caused by a sharp object. Videos related to the incident spread quickly online, but were soon removed from various platforms. The cause of the student's death has sparked many rumors, including allegations of organ theft, bloodletting at the school, and conflicts with roommates. After the incident gained online attention, local authorities, including the Xintsai County Education Bureau, issued a statement on January 9th, stating that the police had immediately intervened and, following a preliminary investigation, ruled out any criminal activity. The official statement quickly concluded that the death was not criminal, which led to strong doubts and dissatisfaction from the family and the public. A large group of people gathered at the school, protesting for an explanation. Local authorities deployed numerous armed police to suppress the protests and block related information. Videos of the protests were soon deleted, and sources indicating that highways around Xintsai County were also closed. Many people visited the scene and shared their observations on social media. On January 10th, a local resident told overseas media that he met the child's relatives the night before and found many inconsistencies. This is a 7th grade student living in the dorms. He passed away in the morning with injuries, and the school didn't let the parents see him. They kept covering up. The dorm bed was empty. On January 11th, the local authorities issued another statement claiming that the 13-year-old student who died at 6 a.m. on January 8th had died of cardiac arrest. The statement also said the student had not been in any conflicts with other students and showed no signs of abnormality the day before his death. The statement further clarified that the puncture wound on the left side of the chest was caused by a coroner drawing blood for toxicology tests. The official statement immediately sparked widespread skepticism online. The coroner arrived before the family did? This school is incredible. They even hired a coroner to perform an autopsy at school. One online comment said, "They must think the public is naive. There's no such method of testing for poison. If an autopsy is needed, it should be conducted with the family's consent and by proper authorities. The family also has the right to designate the location for the autopsy. If this happened to my child, I would make sure they pay." There are so many inconsistencies. The coroner arrived before the body was even taken to the hospital. Isn't the normal procedure to contact the parents and send the child to the hospital when they show signs of discomfort? Even in the case of sudden death, shouldn't an ambulance be called for resuscitation before an autopsy is performed? One netizen also mocked, "The coroner arrived faster than the parents or the ambulance? Is there any video of the coroner entering the school?" Another asked, "How could the coroner arrive before the parents? It makes no sense that the body was rushed out when the family hadn't even arrived." Regarding the Education Bureau's statement, online celebrity Song Zide commented, "The county's Education Bureau issued a statement, but it has no legal standing. It's just one-sided. How can an Education Bureau say, the case has been ruled out as a criminal matter? Are they an investigative authority?" He argues, the school is under the Education Bureau, which defends the school, not the parents. The parents are left to accuse the school. The school refused to say how the child died, prevents the parents from seeing the body, and when they finally do, they aren't allowed near. This is inhumane. Local netizens revealed that the school tried to take the student's body away before the parents arrived, using an ambulance from a different county, not the local 120 service. Additionally, there was a hospital just 400 meters away from the school. Song Zide questioned, "Why didn't the nearby hospital respond? Was the child's heart still beating at the time? Was the child already dead? Or was it a temporary shock? We have a reason to suspect someone may have tried to steal the child's organs." Mr. Xu from Shandong pointed out that the official response was too slow and too brief, offering no reasonable explanation to address the public's doubts. Now, rumors are spreading, and the government should provide an official investigation rather than simply stating, no criminal case. Xu also revealed the parents said the child has a rare blood type, which has made many even angrier. He urged the authorities must provide credible evidence as soon as possible. One netizen shared a screenshot of a conversation among students, where one claimed, "Many people say the school conducted a physical exam recently, and the student matched the profile. That's why the school secretly killed him." Regarding the puncture wound on the boy's chest, a netizen from Cambodia commented, "This hole was caused by a chest pin, which can instantly lead to death." Another user posted a more detailed comment. The crucial step in organ harvesting surgery is creating a hole in the heart area. This procedure, known as aortic root cannulation, involves injecting preservation fluids to stop the heart, allowing time for organ harvesting without causing damage due to oxygen deprivation. On the social media platform Douyin, a comment questioned the alleged organ theft at Tsinghua Yuan High School gained 2,267 likes before it was removed. A screenshot which was shared online read, "It is said that hospitals typically inject a preservative into the chest of the deceased before a heart transplant to keep the heart fresh. This can preserve it for 4 to 5 hours. At that time, the ambulance was preparing to take the patient to the hospital for the transplant, but the protesters' truck blocked the way, disrupting the plan. The shallow red blood around the student's mouth was caused by the organ preservation injection. Any organ transplant doctor would know this." On X, a user named Yifeng Su commented, "The unexpected death of the Tsinghua Yuan student may seem just like another news story, but for that family, it's like the sky has fallen. For ordinary people like us, this could happen tomorrow, a brick falling on our heads." He continued, "We're angry not just because a child is gone, but because everything has happened too quickly. The conclusion came too fast, the silence too quickly, and the stabilization measures came too fast. The school, education bureau, coroner, and law enforcement are all from the same system. They investigate themselves, review themselves, and judge themselves." He added, "At Chinese Communist Party schools, student deaths happen frequently. Every time, parents say the child was healthy before, but suddenly they die under strange circumstances. The school's surveillance footage always mysteriously fails, and families are not allowed to see the body. The body is forcibly taken to a hospital mortuary or cremated. Everyone in the school is under a gag order, with severe consequences for disobedience. Where's the truth? The school leaders know. The Communist Party knows. Only the family and the public do not." On the evening of January 10th, Xintsai County was under heavy surveillance, with checkpoints at every 5 steps, akin to martial law. A new leak revealed that Pingyu County, located near the border of Hunan's Zhumadian City, has started blocking roads under the guise of road repairs. This is believed to be part of a wider attempt to prevent people from reaching Xintsai County. The attention on this incident has been growing rapidly. On January 11th, lawyer Zhu Zongchen from Henan attempted to visit the school to investigate the case, but his phone was smashed by masked individuals. He later posted his final message, saying he had done his best and would be taking a break from social media. His account and posts were then completely deleted. Even worse developments continue to emerge. A user on X revealed that on January 9th, a 9th grade student from Huaibing County, Hunan, went missing. Huaibing is only 40 to 60 kilometers from Xintsai County. Many netizens speculate that the student might have been part of a backup plan for organ harvesting, following the failed attempt in Xintsai County. One commenter stated, "Except for schools for the children of the elite, most schools in communist China have become the most dangerous places. Schools are no longer places for teaching and nurturing." Some netizens revealed that there are now no safe places in China, and the terrifying telecom fraud zones have now spread across the country. Let me share something that happened to a friend of mine in Anhui. In most people's minds, human traffickers are supposed to kidnap kids, right? But now it's the other way around. Their targets are now young adults to middle-aged people. Between the ages of 16 and 30, people are fully capable of taking care of themselves. My friend is a writer. He said that now traffickers will deliberately crash into you. After the crash, they'll offer to call an ambulance for you. But that ambulance is actually one of their vehicles. They disguise organ harvesting vehicles as ambulances, and inside, the equipment is fully stocked. The people inside wear uniforms just like hospital staff. Once you get in, you're done for. They immediately take you away. My friend was hit in an accident. The other party was at fault, but the injuries weren't serious, my friend said. "I won't make a big deal out of it. I still have work to do." But the other party insisted that he get into the ambulance. saying he might have internal injuries and should get checked out. But my friend felt something wasn't right, so refused to get in and ran away. This netizen shared that it's hard to imagine how much profit these criminals make off adults. After they kidnap you, the first thing they do is call your family for a ransom. If your family can't pay, they'll start forcing you into online scams. And the end result is bloodletting and organ trafficking. A netizen recently exposed, in recent days, many closed factories and industrial parks have appeared across the country. The KK Industrial Park and the Myanmar Innovations Life Sciences have moved back to China. Kidnapping and organ harvesting have been industrialized within the country. You all know this now, and there's nothing you could do about it. There's no need to pretend anymore. Another netizen replied, Shenzhen BGI has established a huge stem cell park near Yantian by the sea. It seems to be a place where children are kidnapped and held captive to carry out these evil deeds. The area is completely closed off, accessible only by sea routes. This is today's Auschwitz. A video uploaded by another user features a mysterious bus from Communist China, fully enclosed with no license plate but allowed on the road, an exclusive vehicle permitted by the party. It reportedly offers organ transplants and full services. Netizens joked, this is probably a vehicle for a 150-year-old senior official, and the patriotic Little Pinks might get the chance to donate hearts and lungs. One user commented, the end of the dynasty came so quickly that many innocent people didn't even realize they had been devoured. This is a mighty nation that the Communist Party promotes as the safest and most prosperous country in the world, but in reality, it's turning into a living hell. Since January, rights protection and protests have continued to flare up across China, intensifying day by day. On January 10th, investors of ZJ Asset gathered in Hangzhou's Westlake area to protest, shouting slogans like, ZJ Asset, pay us back, and down with corruption. Since the center's collapse last year, the investors have been fighting for their rights for over a month. In the video, the protesters are seen being suppressed by the police. People shout, the police are hitting people, while officers shout, don't crowd around, don't take photos. One protester, after being pushed to the ground, is quickly restrained, while a police officer brandishing a badge, threatening the crowd to stay away and not intervene. Despite appearing aggressive, the officer seemed fearful and anxious inside. One netizen expressed disappointment, saying, look at Iran, look at us, our shouts are powerless. Another netizen revealed, they've been fighting for a month, demanding the state-owned assets company pay 50% before the year's end, but this week they only offered 5%, which naturally angered the victims. They're now demanding the provincial government meet on January 10th at Westlake. ZJ Asset attracted funds while under state control, but then left the mess to the private sector. It's truly a scam. A user commented, most of these investors are elderly and no longer have the energy to fight. The key issue is that they still expect the government to solve their problems. As long as they hold on to this illusion, the rights protection and protests will never succeed. There are also reports that recent events in Venezuela and Iran have stirred up discussions within China. In the comments section of a video featuring President Trump, a large number of Chinese netizens posted comments pleading for his help, hoping that Trump could save them. The comments read, hello, President, hello, leader, and help us save the people of China. Many netizens from mainland China expressed that although they are still suffering, they now see hope. They believe that the fate of Venezuela and Iran today is China's future. This is the will of the people, and it's unstoppable.